Hi, you guys. Welcome back. And of course, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracey, and in this video, I'm going to introduce you to a woman who goes by the name of Peace Pilgrim. So stay tuned. So, Peace Pilgrim was actually born as Mildred Norman in Egg Harbor, New Jersey on July 18th of 1908. Now, she obviously, as she grew up, went through that flapper era and had a lot of fun in her youth. And she ended up going through kind of a hard and difficult marriage, which then led to her going through a life-changing kind of phase, like a transition in her life. At that time, after her unhappy marriage, Mildred Norman had decided that she wanted to walk the Appalachian Trail. And in fact, in 1952, she became the first woman to ever walk the entire length of the Appalachian Trail within one season. During her time on that journey, she had somewhat of a spiritual awakening, and she had like a spiritual vision which kind of changed the course of her life from that time on. So shortly after, in 1953, is when Mildred Lizette Norman decided to drop her identity and become Peace Pilgrim. As Peace Pilgrim, she traveled across the country 7 times in full. And also in her time, as she traveled, she would only accept gifts of food and shelter when they were offered to her. She would not beg for those things. But as she traveled along, her goal was to spread the message of inner peace, because inner peace is what actually creates outer peace. So Peace Pilgrim found a new identity for herself as this kind of pioneer for peace, walking across the country, talking to hundreds of people, and just creating this movement for inner peace across the United States. Peace Pilgrim was killed in a car accident in 1981. And so the world lost our Peace Pilgrim. But she did leave behind her little gems of knowledge. That clip was actually from a video that I posted in April of 2020 that has since been removed from my channel. But I did tell you guys why it was removed in my video about Jesus being my favorite teacher. So I'll be sure to link that video up above in case you haven't seen that yet. But I'm basically done talking about that. So I just really wanted to introduce you guys to Peace Pilgrim and to make an official video to do just that, because I have learned so much about this amazing woman. And she literally gave her life as a life of service for the cause of creating peace in the world by helping people to understand how to create inner peace for themselves. I had no idea who or what Peace Pilgrim is until I actually listened to the Wayne Dyer live lecture 8 CD set, which is right behind me here on my stand. And it's called It's Never Crowded Along the Extra Mile, 10 Secrets for Success in Inner Peace. But in that CD set, Wayne Dyer actually mentions Peace Pilgrim. And so let's listen to that right here.
I'd like to also just share with you something that I wrote a few years ago. It was in a book called You'll See It When You Believe It. And I took it from a woman who I admired enormously. Her name is Peace Pilgrim. And this was a woman who just believed so strongly in the idea of peace. And since this program is about 10 principles for success and inner peace, I'd kind of like to define inner peace and success and then move on to that very first principle and go through those 10 principles in this program. She left everything that she had, gave up her name, threw away her birth certificate, her social security card. No one knew her identity. And she proceeded to walk across America. And she walked for years and years and years. And wherever she went, she was like St. Francis in the 13th century, or like Jesus, 13 centuries before that. Just this beautiful soul walking amongst people and just promoting peace and harmony. And she was, I communicated with her, and I felt very blessed to have done so. And she died out there on the road. She was hit by a car years ago. And she had what she called the symptoms of inner peace.
I mean, how could I possibly overlook Peace Pilgrim after an introduction like that from Wayne Dyer? He actually said that Peace Pilgrim had this presence about her that reminds him of, St. Francis and of Jesus. So, of course, I, put that in the back of my mind for the longest time. And when I finally did get the CD set out and listen to it again in April, that is when I was reminded of Peace Pilgrim and her story. And that is when I decided to dig a little deeper into who Peace Pilgrim really is. And that is when I found the Friends of Peace Pilgrim. As I stumbled upon the website peacepilgrim.org, I read about the Friends of Peace Pilgrim, which is a not-for-profit group of people who distribute the words of Peace Pilgrim free of charge to anyone who requests it. So I did request that, of course, and Friends of Peace Pilgrim also does accept donations from the general public in any amount, small or large. So if you would just visit the website peacepilgrim.org, if you feel inclined to do so, and make a donation to the organization, because they really are great. They're spreading the words of Peace Pilgrim, which is spreading the word of inner peace. So I requested the information, and when I received it, I actually got this book. This book is called Peace Pilgrim, Her Life and Work in Her Own Words. This whole book is like all of her teachings just kind of gathered together to create this book. And it is really like Peace Pilgrim is here with you, talking to you. And what I've learned so far by reading this book has been so amazing. It has been awesome. And it's because she really is like Jesus. She's spreading this message of peace, inner peace, and then outer peace. And she's spreading this message through a life that she dedicated to just serve others. So Peace Pilgrim really was a special lady. But along with that book came these little pamphlets, these booklets, the steps toward inner peace. And these are just a smaller version of, you know, the book, obviously. But it does have some of the information from the book in these pamphlets. And you get a couple of them. So it's kind of great for someone who maybe you have a friend or a family member who is a little bit interested in knowing more about Peace Pilgrim and her message of inner peace, but who maybe wouldn't want to read the entire book. So I think that I'll be giving these to friends such as those. But it really does, Friends of Peace Pilgrim is a great organization because while Peace Pilgrim is no longer here to spread her message, she can count on her friends to spread that message for her. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. If you like this video, remember to give me a big old thumbs up. And of course, if you are a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I am inviting you now to please click subscribe right under this video. And once you have subscribed, you can then click the bell icon so that you can be notified each and every time that I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.